ChatGPT 5 only has an awareness of the general internet up to 2021. And as you know, the world has changed quite a lot in the last 2 years. It makes it difficult to understand how the models arrived at their predictions and limits their usefulness in making decisions that have significant consequences. For example, predicting real estate market trends requires access to detailed information on housing prices, demographics, and economic indicators, which may not be available in large enough quantities to train those models effectively. The real reason why you're not making money with ChatGPT in 2023. Large language models. Man, never thought we'd talk about that on a finance channel, but here we are. But large language models like GPT-3, GPT-4, GPT-5, they've gained significant attention in recent years due to their incredible ability to generate human-like text. These models, well, they've shown impressive performance in a variety of natural language processing tasks such as language translation, summarization, and even in creative writing. However, despite their impressive capabilities, these models, well, they're just not well suited for predicting the future and making accurate predictions about the weather, stocks, cryptocurrencies, commodities, real estate markets, product trends, or new technology trends. And understanding these things and creating businesses around those trends are how you really make money and generate wealth. That was true in 1823, 1923, and especially in 2023. But the tools that you are using and that you're hearing a ton about, ChatGPT, Midjourney, etc., ad nauseum, they're going to help, and they do help people streamline their business operations. And obviously, being more efficient will allow you to do more with less, which in theory will grow your business and your wealth. But these tools will not directly help you make money in most instances. And in this video, we're going to explore why and what AI models you can use to help you make more money in 2023. Now, fair warning, this video is going to get a little techie, but where I'm skilled is explaining complex topics as simply as possible while still being accurate. And if you watch the whole video, you'll 100% know why ChatGPT and tools like it are not the way to make money with AI. And those that watch to the end will know which ones are. So let's get into it by understanding what the limitations of ChatGPT and other large language models are. Specifically, they lack domain knowledge. Now, large language models like GPT-3, 4, and 5, they're trained on vast amounts of text and data, but they lack domain-specific knowledge required for predicting the future. For example, predicting the weather in 2 weeks, well, that requires knowledge of atmospheric physics, geography, and meteorology, which are not part of the training data for these models in most cases. And because of that, predicting the future accurately, it requires accounting for external factors that can influence the outcome. These external factors can include geopolitical events, economic policies, and natural disasters, which are not accounted for in large language models. So tools like ChatGPT, they struggle with external factors, such as the one I just described. And the training data that they are fed that influences these responses can be rather dated. As a matter of fact, ChatGPT 5 only has an awareness of the general internet up to 2021. And as you know, the world has changed quite a lot in the last 2 years and will continue to change, which sort of speaks to another issue. They have a lack of temporal awareness. Large language models are good at predicting the next word in a sentence, and thus being good at creative writing and other tasks, which most people didn't expect AI would be very good at this quickly, this soon. But they don't have a clear understanding of time. Therefore, they can't predict the future with the necessary level of temporal awareness, which is required for accurate predictions. And this all speaks to the amount of training data that they have and the limitations therewith. Although large language models have access to vast amounts of data, predicting the future requires specialized training data that is often limited in availability. For example, predicting real estate market trends requires access to detailed information on housing prices, demographics, and economic indicators, which may not be available in large enough quantities to train those models effectively. And the public internet simply does not have this data, and where it's available, it can be quite expensive to acquire it. Not to mention the limited interpretability. See, large language models, they generate predictions through a complex set of calculations that are difficult to interpret. This lack of interpretability makes it difficult to understand how the models arrived at their predictions and limits their usefulness in making decisions that have significant consequences. So sure, you may be able to hook up ChatGPT to APIs to help you automate your customer service or schedule a vacation, but at this point in time, it does not have the ability to help you make important decisions on data that will really catapult your wealth creation. So that's the bad news. The good news is that there are AI models that are out there that can and do that to a certain extent. Let's take a look at a couple. Let's start off with time series forecasting models. They're specifically designed to predict future events based on historical data. These models can be used to predict weather patterns, stock prices, commodity prices, and real estate trends. Time series models typically use statistical methods such as auto-regression, integrated moving average, ARIMA, and exponential smoothing to analyze trends and patterns in historical data. and generate forecasts from that data. An example of a tool that uses this kind of model to help you make money is Forecastly from Amazon. Forecastly is a service that uses time series forecasting models to help businesses predict future demand for their products on Amazon. The service uses historical sales data to identify trends and patterns and generate accurate sales forecasts for the next 30, 60, or 90 days. Another tool that we use is Cloud Auto ML from Google. Now, that's a service that allows businesses to build their own time series forecasting models without needing extensive knowledge of machine learning or data science. This service uses historical data to train a custom model that can accurately predict future trends and patterns. Both of those services are targeted at people who are looking to take their data and gather insights from that data to make decisions on what to do in the future to help them make more money today. Definitely not an easy thing to pull off, but also, it's not the only AI model that you can use. There are neural networks. Neural networks are a type of AI model that can be trained on large amounts of data to recognize patterns and make predictions. These models have been used successfully in predicting stock prices and identifying trends in product sales. Neural networks work by processing input data through a series of layers of interconnected nodes that simulate the behavior of neurons in the brain. As the network processes more data, it becomes better at recognizing patterns and making predictions. You can use a platform like TradingView to get a bot, effectively an AI, that will automate a trading strategy based on neural networks. You can even use ChatGPT to create said bot that you can then work and tweak and make the neural network a bit more accurate. Next up, you have reinforcement learning. Now, that is a powerful machine learning technique that has been successful in several domains. It's not typically used for pattern recognition or prediction of real estate trends or high-frequency trading due to the nature of the problem. It's typically used in a situation where an agent or an individual needs to make a decision to maximize a reward signal in a dynamic environment. In the case of real estate trends or high-frequency trading, the environment is highly stochastic and constantly changing, which makes it difficult to formulate a well-defined reward signal for the agent to optimize. That said, there are some examples of publicly available services that use this model in finance and real estate, but they are typically not used for pattern recognition or prediction. So you have Wealthfront. It's a robo-advisor. It uses this pattern to optimize investment portfolios. The service uses historical data to train the model that can make decisions on which assets to buy or sell based on market conditions. Roofstock. They're an online marketplace for buying and selling single-family rental properties. The service uses this model to optimize the pricing of rental properties based on market conditions. Then there's Numer AI that uses this model to optimize trading decisions. The service uses a novel approach called tournament-style machine learning to train a model that can make trading decisions based on market conditions. Now, those are actual ways to make money with AI in 2023. One piece of caution, though. Each of these AI models is using historical data to make informed decisions about the future. No one or nothing can accurately predict the future 100% of the time. Machine learning in this space is really only a tool to help you make the right decisions over time. Expect any decisions or automated strategies generated by AI to be wrong quite a bit, actually. And be sure you understand what value AI is bringing to you and the risk associated with it. But if you want to learn how to use AI to make money the easy way, take a look at this video on the screen right now. And remember, a goal without a plan is a wish. A goal with a plan and no action is a wish list. Like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.